You didn't break any rules. You didn't fail, but something feels off. Maybe it's the feeling in your stomach, those little signals you keep brushing past, or the way your jaw stays tight, even when nothing's technically wrong. Okay, I get it. You can't explain it, but you know it's there. And if you're honest, it's been there for a while. You don't have a motivation problem. What you do need is an alignment. Just like a car. Mhm. See, you can keep driving like that, but it's going to cost you more stress, more frustration, more energy than you should be using. And eventually, you're going to feel it in places that you can't ignore. Let me make that real for you. This looks like you waking up tired even after you slept. You check your phone before you even check in with yourself. I'm trying to make it make sense. You say yes to something and then you immediately regret it. That's what being out of alignment feels like. My name is Shatika Miles. This is Who's CTV. Let's go. All right. Before we go any further, I got to tell you something. I need you to drop one word in the comments, just one, of how you've been feeling lately. Do you feel stuck? Do you feel tired? Do you feel focused and ready to go right now? And I want you to type the words you're feeling, not for me, for you, because you can't shift what you won't acknowledge. Look, most people, they don't break at the beginning, they break in the middle when it gets quiet, when no one's clapping, when the results aren't showing yet. I have to tell you about Alex. Hey, Alex, don't be mad. But look, from the outside, Alex had it all. Built a big business, hit those huge numbers, did everything he said he would do. But the more Alex built, the worse he felt. He had a short temper, always on edge, waking up irritated. Not because anything was wrong in that moment, but because everything felt like pressure. His team, they didn't respect him, they feared him. His best people started leaving. One of them even told him, I can't work for someone who doesn't trust their own team. At home, Alex heard something that hit even harder. I miss the person you were before all of this. See, Alex was winning in one area and losing everywhere else. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had everything depending on you, but you didn't even feel connected to it anymore? That's where this starts. The middle. Because this is a part that no one ever says out loud. The middle, where you're doing everything right, constantly doing everything right. And you're still wondering if any of it is working. The middle is quiet. The middle is ordinary. The middle will test you in ways the beginning never could. How many mornings have you started solving someone else's problem before you even looked at your own life through a clear lens? Be honest. How many times have you answered something knowing, knowing it was going to cost you your entire day? But you answered it anyway. That's not responsibility. That's a pattern. Let me show you what that actually looks like. You plan to work on your goals, but one call turned into 3 hours. So you said you were going to focus, but the entire morning went to everyone else but you? After you told yourself just this one moment. But it keeps happening. That's the cost. And when I say cost, not money, I'm talking cost and time and energy and focus. And most people, they don't realize it. But they've been paying a survival tax. And nobody forced you to do it. You volunteered. Because somewhere along the way, being needed started to feel like being valued. But availability is not alignment. And being constantly accessible to everything and everybody will slowly disconnect you from your own life. So now we need to talk about what's really behind all of this. What's behind it all? Because what most people call discipline is just their ego in disguise. Mhm. Now, let me speed this up to make it a little bit more real for you. This is when you feel the need to explain yourself, even when no one asks you to. You get irritated when someone questions you. You replay conversations in your head, thinking about what you should have said or what you could have did. That's not confidence. That's you being in protection mode. Control, overthinking, needing everything to go your way just so you feel secure. And it works for a bit. It worked for a bit. But what if it's not your situation that's off? What if it's the version of you that's running it? You can win everything, everything, and still feel like you're losing yourself. You're losing yourself. Because what's really happening is simple. You're trying to live in two different versions of yourself at the same darn time. One version of you wants to grow, expand, stretch, wants peace, wants something different out of this life. The other version keeps saying yes to what drains you, keeps choosing what's comfortable for you, keeps repeating the same patterns over and over again. So now, yes, now you pull yourself into both directions. And that's why you feel stuck. That's like driving a car that needs an alignment. See, you're still moving, but everything feels harder than it should or than it has to be. You're correcting constantly. You're tired for no clear reason. So I'll ask you this. Are you stuck? Or are you just overdue for an adjustment? If this is hitting you, don't ignore it. Please don't ignore it. I'm Shatika Miles. This is Who's CTV. This space right here is for people like you who are strong and capable, but know something isn't lining up. And if that's you, please hit subscribe. Not for motivation, for clarity. Now, let's fix the alignment. Let's fix the alignment. Yes, let's fix the alignment. So now we're not just talking about change, we're talking about getting your alignment back. Because when your alignment is right, you don't have to force everything. You just don't. You move cleaner, you think clearer, and you waste less energy. So that's three pluses. So, first, you need to check your direction. Before anything else happens, check your direction. Because if your thinking is just a tad off, everything that follows will be off. And this looks like assuming something is your responsibility when it's not, thinking that you have to fix everything, carrying things that were never yours to carry in the first place. That's where the alignment starts. Second, stop overcorrecting. You know you've been overcorrecting. See, we as a human beings, we react too fast, trying to fix everything in that moment. This looks like someone says something you don't like. Okay, they could be on social media and they say something you don't like. And instead of you jumping in, if you just sit there, you don't explain, you don't defend, you just listen. hmm Sometimes, sometimes that's just the best move. It's just to stop turning the wheel. Third, let go of control. What does that mean, Miss T? You don't need to control everything to move forward. You don't. That's what's been throwing your alignment off. And this looks like letting someone else handle it. Can you do that without checking behind them? I couldn't do it for a long time, but I'm learning. Letting someone else speak without correcting them. Can you do that? That's growth. 4, drive with purpose. Oh, yes, drive with purpose. See, now you're not just moving, you're moving with intention, not validation, not image, not proving anything to anybody. That's something real. That's the real deal, Holyfield. I know you heard that before, hopefully. That's contribution, that's meaning, that's you in alignment. So here's what I want you to do today. Here's what I want you to do today. I want you to think about your life like a car. So, where are you forcing it? Where are you overcorrecting? Where are you holding the wheel too tight as you drive? Just pick one, adjust it. Not everything, not all at one time, just one thing. Just one. Say no where you usually say yes. I found that to be very effective. Stay quiet where you would usually react. Hey, I'm still unlearning some bad habits. Take your time where you rush. That one moment, that's where your alignment will start. And if you're sitting there right now and you're thinking, I know this is me, but I don't know how to fix it yet. I've already built something to help you. It's simple, it's real. Check the description and start there. I want you to really sit with this. Where in your life are you forcing things instead of adjusting them? Where? See, you don't need this whole new spectacular life. If you want to go get it, but you don't need it. You just may need a small alignment. Again, I'm Shatika Mouse. This is Who's TTV, and I want to encourage you to take care of yourself. Not the version you've been performing, the version you're becoming. I'll see you in the next one.